What if I told you that just by simply adding a few key foods to your diet, you could dramatically improve the quality of your sleep, the time it takes you to actually fall asleep, and the ability to stay asleep in the entire night? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 foods that all of us seniors out there need to start eating if you want to get better sleep tonight. I'm also going to cover a few foods you should be avoiding and some supplementation I'd recommend based on your diet as you age. All right, everyone. This is going to be a fun one and definitely one where you're going to want to watch and save and rewatch because we're going to cover a tremendous amount of nutritional topics. So the foods you want to be focusing on if your goal is to start getting better sleep are the things that are rich in melatonin, tryptophan, natural carbohydrates, magnesium, and zinc. The first food on my list, and something that I'm starting to promote much more for folks over the age of 50, believe it or not, are chia seeds. Talk about a superfood. Chia seeds are rich in fiber, protein, and omega-3 fatty acids. They're very nutrient dense with calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, and of course, what we're looking for, tryptophan. Remember that tryptophan is going to raise the melatonin levels in your body, which in turn will make you more prepared and relaxed for actual sleep. The great thing about chia seeds is they can prevent that hunger for any late night snacking because of their high fiber content. They're going to fill you up without you wanting to consume extra high calorie snacks. But here's the trick with this one. It's all about timing here. I'd recommend eating chia seeds about 2 to 3 hours before the time you want to go to bed. You're going to want to let your body process that tryptophan and really absorb all the nutrition first. Now, there are plenty of ways to eat chia seeds, such as in smoothies or in baked goods or on salads. What I like to do is actually make chia seed pudding. This is something that my daughter taught me, where you take oat milk or almond milk, you put in your chia seeds and you stick it in the refrigerator, and the next morning it's done. I actually eat it as dessert after dinner. It's awesome. Do it. The second food on my list are nuts, specifically pistachios and almonds, but really any nut you prefer is going to be great. Pistachios are wonderful for sleep because they're nutrient rich with vitamin B and magnesium, 2 things that directly impact sleep. And of course, they're loaded with melatonin. Almonds are as well. They're one of the highest plant-based sources of melatonin, and they're a great source of those B vitamins like riboflavin, niacin, and thiamine, which are excellent for sleep health. Now, you don't want to go overboard here. I recommend eating no more than 1/4 cup of pistachios or almond about an hour and a half before bed. Personally, I just eat them raw as a snack, but if you want to elevate the experience a little, maybe get yourself some plain or vanilla Greek yogurt. Make sure it's low or 0 sugar yogurt, and you put some pistachios on top. Super easy. So, are you getting hungry yet? Before I reveal my number 1 favorite thing to recommend, I want to mention that if you like this kind of sleep content, please do me a huge favor and give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. Your support allows me to keep making this kind of sleep content for you in the future, and it really means a lot to us here at Sleep Doctor. My goal with this channel is to help as many of you out there as possible get better sleep. So go support right now. Also, if you're consistently waking up tired as you get older or just feel groggy during the day, it might be worth getting screened for, yeah, you guessed it, sleep apnea, especially if you snore. It's actually way more common than you think, and the majority of people out there don't even know they have it. The good news is there are a ton of treatment options that can make a dramatic improvement on not just your sleep, but your overall health. The best part is you don't need to go to a sleep lab or even see a sleep specialist to get screened for it. There are now these high-quality home sleep tests that you can take from the comfort of your bed, and you can get your results back within a couple of days. If you've consistently struggled with your sleep and can't seem to do anything about it, click the link down in the description and order a home sleep test. I highly recommend getting tested, even if it's just to rule sleep apnea out. All right, the number 1 favorite thing that I like to recommend for better sleep are bananas, and specifically consuming it as what I call banana tea. So what most people don't know is bananas are loaded with magnesium, but it's not as much in the fruit as it is in the peel. Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you to eat the peel. But what I am going to do is show you a unique way to consume bananas to get all of that magnesium that's going to be very sleep friendly. What you do is you take a whole organic banana, wash off the outside, cut off the tip and the stem, and cut it in half. So far, all I've done is ask you to wash off a banana and keep the peel on it. Now take the 2 halves and drop it into 3 to 4 cups of boiling water until it turns brown. Then what I want you to do is pour the water out and drink the water. I call it banana tea, but the fact of the matter is it's just boiling a banana. But it gives tremendous amounts of phytosteroids, magnesium, and great ways for you to be able to absorb that magnesium to get a better night's sleep. Generally speaking, I like people to try to drink this roughly an hour before bed. That way they've stopped their fluids and then they don't have to wake up all night to pee, but still get that benefit of magnesium. The next food I want to talk about are Montmorency Tart cherries. Now, if you're looking for something to help you fall asleep quicker and wake up less frequently during the night, this is a great food to start with. Now, this can be taken either as a juice, which is my preference, or they can just be eaten twice a day as the dried form. Tart cherries are rich in melatonin, as well as antioxidants, anti-inflammatories, and there have been some studies that I've read that have concluded that consuming tart cherries can actually improve your sleep duration by up to 30 minutes and decrease your awakenings during the night. But these studies were done, again, using Montmorency cherries, so make sure you've got the right kind in your cup. The other thing you want to note is that you can actually take tart cherry extract in a capsule form, which provides a concentrated dose without any of the additive sugars, making it a more potent option for those who might be interested. I have a tendency to ask people to have one in the morning time and then one about an hour before bed. The fifth food I want to talk about are kiwis. This is probably on everybody's best foods for sleep list, and to be fair, for good reason. Kiwis are going to help your sleep due to the fruit's high serotonin levels. Remember, serotonin is crucial to many processes in the brain, one of which is being melatonin production. They're going to help you initiate and maintain sleep throughout the night. And they are a low glycemic index food that may help control cortisol levels. Remember, cortisol is important because it is your fight or flight hormone. And when it's high, you're not sleeping. So you really want to understand how to eat your kiwis. I recommend eating my kiwis, stopping approximately 2 hours before bed. And personally, I just like to chop them up and eat them raw. I'm now going to pivot to something just as important, which are foods that you actually need to be avoiding. Number one, high quantities of red meat. Red meat is high in fat and protein, which can keep your body working, metabolically speaking, all night long. It can also disrupt the ratio of amino acids that contribute to sleep. Number two, high amounts of certain spices and acidic foods. This is to avoid gastroesophageal reflux and nightmares which can come from these types of foods. Number three, higher amounts of sugar. It appears to actually slow the production of melatonin when you have large amounts of sugar late in the evening. Number four, food or drinks with caffeine like chocolate or coffee. While this may seem obvious, a lot of people out there are in the habit of having coffee in the evening time and don't even realize that it could be having a large effect on their sleep. And number five, eating large meals, especially close to bedtime. The reason for this is your body was meant to digest food while you're sitting or standing, not lying down. Your metabolic process is less efficient when you're lying down, and that makes for difficult nights. To my seniors out there who may need to be taking supplementation of certain vitamins and minerals, a few key ones that I recommend are vitamin D, magnesium, and your omegas. Don't forget those. If you want to learn more, go check out my video on the top supplements for better sleep as we get older. All right, everyone, I know that was a lot of info, and I truly hope you were able to learn something new today. And hey, I want to hear from you too. What are some foods that help you fall asleep and stay asleep? Please share them in the comments below. Send me a recipe or two. I'd love to see them. If you're interested in learning more about how to fall back to sleep in the middle of the night, go check out my video right here. All right, everyone, this is Dr. Michael Breus, the Sleep Doctor, wishing you sweet dreams.